Hi guys, a very warm welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about cholesterol. Now, I've looked forward to doing this video and I've also dreaded it as well because there's a lot of information in here. Normally my videos are between 4 and 8 minutes long, and I think this one will double that at least. I think there's that much information in it. So firstly, because it's cholesterol, health related issue, I'm going to do my disclaimer just to keep myself clear. I'm not a doctor, never have been, never will be. I'm not suggesting that you take my advice over a doctor's advice. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm not suggesting you don't go to see a doctor when you need to. That's that out of the way. So I've done a lot of research on this, and this is just telling you, informing you what I've found. So what is cholesterol and is it bad for us? So before we go on, let's do a few basics. Cholesterol is not fat. It's a lipid. I'll explain a little bit more in detail later. LDL is not cholesterol, and cholesterol is not LDL. They're two different things. HDL is not cholesterol, and cholesterol is not HDL. They're two different things. So you'll have heard when people talk about cholesterol about LDL and HDL. So let me explain more. Now, before we move on, what I would suggest is get yourself a notebook and a pen and just take some notes as we go through the video, because I am going to tell you things that you might not believe. And what I would advise you to do, as always, is do your due diligence and just do a little bit of research after you finish with this one, just to back up what I'm trying to tell you. Now, the body needs fats for lots of things. It's vital for your health. But fat and water, or fat and blood, don't mix. It's like trying to mix oil and water. They separate as soon as you introduce them to each other. Now, the body found a solution to transferring fats around our bloodstream by using lipoproteins. So LDL stands for low density lipoprotein. HDL stands for high density lipoprotein, and they're not cholesterol. So these transfer cholesterol and fats and vitamins and minerals around the body through the bloodstream. Cholesterol is actually produced in the liver. Then LDL transports it to cells and organs around the body via the bloodstream. Now, once all these vitamins, minerals, fats and proteins have been synthesised or used, HDL then transports the cholesterol back to the liver to be recycled or disposed of if there's too much. So to further explain this, I'm going to use a taxi analogy. So you've been invited to a night out at a pub with a few friends for just drinks. So before you go, you have a meal, you get loaded up, you put some money in your pocket, in your wallet, in your pocket, and you head off to the pub for the drinks. The taxi that takes you to the pub is an LDL taxi. You have your drinks, a bit worse for the wear, maybe a bit tipsy, you've spent a lot of money, you need replenish, you need sleep, you need hydration, you need a taxi back home. The taxi taking you back home is a HDL taxi. So LDL taxi takes you to the place, HDL taxi brings you back to be repaired and replenished for your sleep and your hydration. That's the analogy I like using with regards to LDL and HDL. To confuse you a little bit more then, there are two types of LDL. Type A, which is good, healthy, fluffy ADL. Some people call it fluffy ADL. It's fatter, it's bigger than bad, damaged HDL. This tends to last around 2 days in your body. Then there's type B. This is smaller, damaged LDL. People call that bad LDL. And that lasts around 5 days in your system. Now, we're told that LDL is bad cholesterol. We're also told that LDL is the root cause of plaque buildup in your arteries, and also which leads to heart attacks and strokes. We're also told when we attend the doctors that if you do a test, if the total cholesterol is above 200 or LDL is above 100, you're referred to statins. They want you to go on statins. Now, however, as I'll explain again, LDL is not the root cause of arterial plaques. This is a big one. This is a biggie for people to understand. A cholesterol check is not a cholesterol check. A cholesterol check tests for LDL and HDL, primarily LDL because they regard that as the bad guy. So cholesterol check tests for LDL and HDL, not cholesterol. And statins might not be the answer, and I'll explain a little bit more as I go through this video. Now, the liver produces around 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol a day. The body needs it that badly. Now, this is equivalent, this will blow your mind, it did mine. This is equivalent to around 40 eggs. 300 slices of bacon or 4 kilograms of butter. That's the equivalent. So the liver makes that amount of cholesterol per day. It wouldn't make it if you didn't need it. Now the liver also has receptors for LDL and HDL to receive and recycle cholesterol. However, it won't recycle damaged LDL because damaged LDL is smaller LDL. The receptors won't receive it. So this then builds up in the blood. Another unknown fact for a lot of people is when you start taking statins, statins only remove good LDL from your system. It doesn't remove bad damaged LDL. So that is allowed to build up in your system. Again, check this if you don't believe me when you finish the video. Now, apart from other things, which I'll explain later, cholesterol has anti-inflammation properties. It responds to a crisis within the body. It binds toxins and wastes, and it helps heal damage within the body. It's basically your body's band-aid. There are 3 things which cause arterial plaques in your body, and it's not cholesterol. So these are chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, so build-up of sugar, and oxidative stress. So that's from your diet, your bad diet, trans fats and things, processed foods. So why do these 3 things occur in the body? What happens? What makes it happen? Now the same things which cause inflammation, insulin resistance and oxidative stress in your body also damage LDL and make it bad. So they turn it from good, healthy, fluffy LDL to smaller, damaged LDL. So the things causing this damage then, these things are things like sugar, trans fats, stress, low vitamin C, trauma and low thyroid. These are the big game changers with regards to causing inflammation and damage in your body, which also damage LDL. Now when the body's damaged, LDL will attend the scene, whether it's good LDL or bad LDL, the body sends LDL to the scene of the damage to try and repair it. Fluffy, healthy LDL can't enter the cell wall membrane where the damage has occurred. It'll just dump the vitamins, minerals, proteins and fats off and then back to the liver. However, the smaller damaged LDL can and does enter where the body's been damaged. Now this causes it all to build up. So damaged LDL won't repair, it'll just lodge in where the damage has been occurred in your artery and build up. The damaged, bad LDL starts to lodge and build in the inflamed part of the artery, along with whatever initially caused the damage in the first place. So for example, sugar, trans fats, stress, trauma. Have you got that so far? We're doing well. Now then, this all builds up and causes further damage and clogging within the arteries. Remember, LDL is not the bad guy. It's just been doing its job. It's been trying to transport vitamins, minerals, proteins and fats to the scene of the damage to try and repair the damage that the inflammation has caused. The real bad guys are what's causing the inflammation and damage to the arteries and LDL in the first place. So to make all this worse then, the body's self-defense mechanism when you've got this damage are white blood cells. They're called macrophages. They actually eat and clean up bad LDL and toxins and poisons. But if it becomes overwhelmed, it then becomes fat cells, so they harden and they turn to plaque, and they just add to the worsened damage. You'll hear people when they've had an autopsy, when they've died, especially of heart attacks and strokes, people will say, yes, we've found plaques and we've found LDL within that plaque, and they blame LDL for build-up of the plaque and cause of the heart attack and stroke, but it's not the root cause. So other reasons cholesterol is important to us then, it has really good antioxidant properties. It transports vitamins, minerals, nutrients, proteins and fats around the system, especially to the scene of where damage has occurred. Cholesterol helps make bile salts for stomach to digest foods. And also we can't make certain hormones without cholesterol. We can't make vitamin D without cholesterol. So the hormones the body needs to make, things like cortisol, estrogen and testosterone, it needs cholesterol to make them. So a lot of information there. We're going to quickly go through a few takeaways. And then, like I say, take a few notes as well. Go back and forward through the video and then do your own due diligence and your own research just to double check what I've been telling you. So what are the key takeaways from this video then? So food with saturated fats, good saturated fats, actually increase good LDL. There are three root causes causing damage within your body and your arteries: inflammation, insulin resistance and oxidative stress. These are brought on by stress, sugar, trans fats, low essential vitamins, trauma and low thyroid. It's not LDL causing the damage. LDL is not the bad guy. So LDL is also damaged, but so whatever's causing your damage or inflammation also causes damage to LDL. So LDL is not cholesterol, and cholesterol is not LDL. HDL is not cholesterol, and cholesterol is not HDL. LDL is not fats, and cholesterol is not fats. They're three completely different things. Again, a cholesterol test tests for LDL and HDL, not cholesterol. Again, the liver makes around 3,000 milligrams a day, and cholesterol in your foods contribute very little to the overall cholesterol number within your body. Right, I'm going to leave it there. A lot of information for you. I'll catch you on the next video. Take that on board and make a few notes and do your due diligence, like I say, and check up my facts, and you'll be surprised. All right, bye-bye for now. Catch you later.